Welcome to Iron DInos. We're back this time with Games with Gold, October 2020. This time it's Maid of Sker.
Sker.
I've been training myself to say Scare. It's definitely Scare. I keep saying Sker, it's Scare.
It looks like Sker.
My refusal to do so has led to my confinement here at Sker Hotel. I cannot explain further, but ask that your love...
Anyway, it's what is it? It's a game. It's a horror game. I've heard it called a lot of things. It's a horror game, an adventure game, a walking simulator, a puzzle game, a survival horror.
That was my question. Is it like a typical walking simulator? Is there more to it, or...?
I think it starts off very similar to like a walking simulator, and then it gradually turns into a survival horror, but not like, you know, fully intense, but it gets there as it goes along. Like at the moment, it's just walking about.
So it's like multiple choice kind of thing?
No.
Oh, okay. Completely off.
Well, that sounds incredibly linear.
It is pretty linear right now.
That's a very solid no.
Yeah.
They've got the bunting out. That's nice.
Well, there's this hotel on the island of Sker. Damn it, Scare. Oh, whatever it's called. The island of Scare.
Sker.
It's called Scare Hotel. And it's not open for some reason. And you've been invited by your girlfriend, I think. I don't know, Elizabeth. And she's locked in the attic and she wants help. And she's told you to bring some music you've composed or something.
Wait, what? She's locked in the attic?
Yeah.
How did she get a message to you?
She can write letters. And she's got a phone as well. You can communicate with a phone during the game as well. So she's got all the, all mod cons up there.
Oh, okay.
For the 1890s.
Who's locked her in the attic? Has she explained that? And why?
We think it's her dad. Well, this is based on an actual real hotel and a real novel. When I say real novel, I mean it's a fictional novel that's real. About Scare. And apparently there's multiple versions of it. It's like a Welsh folklore type thing.
I was going to say it's based on Welsh folklore, I believe.
Ah.
So it starts off, this is a bit of a weird bit. This is the sort of the first weird bit in the game, which you sort of go, oh, that's not quite
I'm pretty
just a
sure
forest.
that's the thing Dr. Octopus builds at the end of Spider-Man 2.
I think you might be right there. Or it's where he got his idea from. And there's a dog.
Oh!
Anyway,
Bye.
that's sort of the only character. You don't see any other characters for ages. But yeah, it's based on these folklore, and I don't know how true it is, it probably isn't true, but anyway, it's established Welsh folklore, and it's a scary hotel, and essentially, once you get inside, you find there are enemies that focus on you by the sound you make. They can't see you, they can only hear you.
Like Alien Isolation?
I've not played that, but yes, I think that's the case.
Ah.
Oh, okay. Well, it kind of does that, so...
Yeah. I'm not really massively into first-person games or survival horrors either. So
you're the perfect person to take the lead on this.
Exactly. But I have played Myst, and I can do these sort of things by turning rotors and opening doors. That's what I can do. There's not a lot of puzzles, as far as I can tell.
I was going to ask that, was there puzzles?
Well, there are a few pianos about, and you can press certain keys, and you can get various compositions that you can unlock and find once you go around. I have no idea if they're connected. I
That
haven't
first
been able
room
to
you
play
went in
anything.
had some sheet music on a blackboard.
Yeah, there's quite a lot of music involved in the game because you have to collect like musical cylinders, and that's, I think, I've only played like the first 40 minutes of the game, I don't know, but I think you have to collect musical cylinders and play them on a harmonium, and that will hopefully defeat the enemies, who are known as the Quiet Ones.
Thomas! My Thomas!
That's it. So this is the phone. So you're now talking to Elizabeth upstairs in the attic, and she's telling you all this stuff.
So, is Thomas's first question not, how do I get to the attic to let you out? Where's your crazy dad?
A strange melody that affects the mind.
So this is basically you talking to Elizabeth.
I'm guessing so, yeah. Jay said you can get to her on the phone, so I'm very much going to assume that... Oh, Prudence. That's a good old name.
That's an old-fashioned name, isn't it?
Yeah, you've got to assume Prudence's corpse is wandering about here somewhere, right?
I think it is. I'm fairly sure Prudence is Elizabeth's mum or gran or something, and she was a singer.
Okay, well, that is very much... that very much looked like a shrine. So... Are you sure you want to ring that bell? Oh, that.
Well, when I pressed that bell,
so
I
good.
didn't know about the whole
Don't ring the
sound
bell.
thing. And then I saw all this and thought, stuff's gone down here.
Yeah.
It's not looking good.
You should have rang that bell.
I don't think the grand opening went well.
I've got to be honest, this room is very much reminding me of the beginning of Bioshock, one of my favourite games of all time.
I was thinking the same thing, literally.
I did think that.
It's very Bioshock type.
Yeah.
I know you like that game, so I thought you might like this game, but I know you don't like walking simulators, so I didn't know how you'd feel with this one. There's a lot of walking around.
I don't dislike the concept of walking simulators, quote unquote walking simulators, which is a bit of a derogatory term for them, to be honest, but I do. It's got to be exceptional to hold my interest. I'm not just going to slowly walk around a story. That's not quite enough for me. But if it does more, which you're suggesting this maybe does, then this could possibly be something I'm into. Yeah. Can you move a bit quicker than this?
You can, if you press down on the left stick, you do go a bit faster for a short period, then you run out of breath.
Oh shit, the octopus room.
Oh, don't go there.
Who are you?
It's full of octopuses.
There's a guy in there, he's not doing very well. He needs help, but we can't help him, so bug him.
Well, I did point out earlier that was that device Dr. Octopus made.
I was going to say, this is his room.
This is the lead into the Spider-Man game, I think, yeah.
That would be amazing!
Goes to Wales. Yeah, I don't know. I've only played like the first, less than an hour's worth of this game, and it's mostly, I don't know if you can use weapons or not later in the game, but I haven't got to that point. It's just sort of hiding, holding your breath, running away, that sort of thing.
So I've got to ask, just on the quality of the picture,
yeah,
does it look quite digitised when you were playing it, or is that your recording? Because it looks...
I think it looks decent. I mean, it looks like... maybe it doesn't look like current gen as such, but it looks pretty good.
Okay, so I'm glad it's not... You do see what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah, I'd say... I mean, when you said Bioshock, I mean, that's a bit, more shiny and stuff. But I wouldn't say it's better than that. And that's quite an old game now, but... yeah.
Oh, yeah, it still looks great.
All right, you.
It's definitely got that feel, though. That Bioshock type feel.
Well, I think now it's getting a bit spookier.
Are you wearing a hat? I think from your shadow you're wearing a hat.
I don't know, I've not seen a reflection.
Jay, you're not allowed to wear a hat.
Well, I'm not
I can't remember the last time I played a first-person game where you're wearing a hat. Ah!
Yeah.
Right, calm down.
Okay.
This is where it starts getting a bit scary. And you start going, oh, there's more to this than just walking about.
What is that a naked man that looks...
I was going to ask, is it quite jump scary, or...?
There's a few. They didn't really make me jump. I think it's mostly tension. There's lots of creaking floorboards. There's footsteps going on in the background. There's, stuff going on around you can't see.
Nervous tonic. Does that make you nervous, or does it heal your nervousness?
Heals you. So I just got hit by something when that window hit me, and that's just cured me. Essentially, this is still the tutorial.
Probably all the glass.
Yeah, probably the glass. I don't know. I don't know. But, yeah, it's getting there. But I found it... I didn't find it terrifying. I just found it atmospheric and a bit... I did get a bit anxious now and again when certain things happen. But it could be mostly in my head. I did think I saw a few things that weren't actually there.
Times have been hard since the Little Big Planet series was cancelled.
I knew that reminded me of something. I knew it.
I was going to do that or a scarecrow joke.
Thank you. No, it is Sackboy or whatever he's called. Yes. That's right. So you got to hold your breath because this sort of dust in the air will make you cough, and if you cough, then the people can find you, stuff like that. So there's a lot of holding your breath.
Okay.
So it's all so literally is all based on noise.
I believe so.
Oh, it's getting a bit darker.
It is. Okay. So I'd say in the first hour of the game, probably I don't think you meet many people unless I was playing it wrong. I was playing on normal setting.
I've got a very serious question to ask Jason.
I'm very interested. Yes.
So every time you seem to have followed a path in this game, you followed a trail of blood.
Yeah.
I mean, I know you fancy this woman who's trapped in the attic, but when you see the first big trails of blood, will you not go, do you know what? I'm kind of out here. Like, I want to rescue her. Maybe I'm going to go get some police and come
I
back.
don't think that's an option in a game like this.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
I made a noise. I gasped when I ran out of breath. So he's coming to get me now.
Oh dear.
I haven't. Right.
Can you defend yourself?
Not really. No.
What? Why wouldn't he put his dukes up?
You might be able to later. No, you can put your hand over your mouth and hold your breath. I sort of
Yeah, but you...
happened to stand next to a tree there, which I don't think you're supposed to do, but that sort of worked quite well. Because you can't get me. But I'm running out of oxygen.
As I say, can you escape quite
You
easily?
may want to breathe. Jason! You may want to
He's
breathe,
right next to me.
Jason!
If I breathe, he'll come and get me. See? It's not working. So this is the most scary bit.
He's bitch slapping you in the cock!
This reminded me...
Jesus Christ!
This reminded me mostly of playing Manhunt. I played a lot of Manhunt years ago, and although you were hunting in that game, there's a lot of waiting around and trying not to be killed by things, and this was very similar to that feeling.
Okay.
So when you run, does it like make more noise than just walking?
Jump in the fire! Oh!
Yeah, so when you run, you sort of run out of breath, you start gasping a bit, you slow down, and then obviously they can hear you gasping, and they can catch up with you.
Right.
So I thought now I finished with the woods, I'd head to a cemetery, because that's bound to be fine in there.
Oh yeah, that's a lot safer.
There's Prudence.
Oh, Prudence, that was the woman from earlier.
Yeah, you found a grave. So she did.
Is that a revelation of a different surname, or is that confirmed?
No, she's a Williams, so it's all Welsh, because his name's Evans and her name's Williams. So it's not gone too far. There'll be a Jones in a minute.
Well, you need a Griffiths and a Boyo in there.
Is Boyo actually a
That's pretty
surname?
much it.
Not so sure.
Yeah. I know lots of Welsh, but my grandmother is Welsh, and they're always saying Boyo, so I've got to assume it's a surname. It's the most popular surname. So is this a cutscene, or are you controlling this?
This is a cutscene.
Oh, okay. I was going to say, it felt very much like you were in a bit of trouble there.
No, I initiated it by walking up to something, and then it's all suddenly... Ugh!
That's Sackboy getting ready for his wedding.
This isn't a spoiler, this isn't a trailer.
Wearing a lovely suit.
Maybe that's what it's about, I don't know. So there's a lot... I don't know what the plot is. I know it's something to do with music, and the daughter's a singer, and she's a singer, and there's about getting the right songs. Again, it's Welsh, so it's all singing something now. And we'll get there. And there's a lot of plot to uncover which I've not done yet, and there's some collectible stuff, but I'm not there yet. But overall, I think this game, I'll probably go back to it and give it another quick go. So it's not really my type of game because it's first person. That does tend to give me a headache. But ow, wrist ache as well.
I was going to say that looks, yeah.
What's your opinions? Would you play this game?
I'd probably play this game.
It doesn't look interactive enough for me, if I'm completely honest. It looks quite engaging. I'll give it that. I mean, it's thematically, it all looks really appropriate in a good way. Like, nothing has so far looked really out of place. It's all adding to the atmosphere and the mystique of what's going on. But it's just not quite the type of game that would enthrall me.
Is it more? I was going to ask. Is it more like literally following the story book? So there's not many different options that you can do.
I didn't mention earlier. So the gramophones, you save at gramophones. You can't save. It's not auto save. You have to save at the certain save points, like gramophones.
Okay. I thought you were touching that. I'm like, if the villains are all kind of lured by sound, what are you doing?
Yeah, apparently that doesn't actually affect them for some reason. This is one flaw with the game, I'd say. Is playing the piano, playing the gramophones doesn't really seem to matter to them. But, coughing slightly. Ooh, they're on you. Watch out. Adam, I think you generally walk around, you find stuff, and that uncovers a story. It is fairly linear.
So it's very much more of an interactive, like, book reading, almost.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Speaking, are you going to read that fucking book on that table, or are you just going to sit and look around for 20 minutes?
I want to check out this statue. It's kind of scary. It might come and get me.
It's a nice statue, but there was a book on that table. It's bugging me that you've not read it.
I'm sorry.
Read the goddamn... No, don't leave without reading the fucking book!
Look, I suggest, if you want to play this game, this is to everybody out there as well, just play the game. It's free at the moment. It's Games with Gold. It's October. It's Halloween. Get on it.
And you can read the book yourself.
Read that book.